we are in driving to a farm in Santa Bárbara, and we're here with the guys from the Galliano Coffee, and he's just having his breakfast. What are you eating?
Bread with Honduran beans, red beans, and some cream, mantequilla.
Quiero un coco, por favor. ¿Cuánto quieres, Daniel? So we're on the way to Santa Bárbara, and we just stopped off on the way as we saw this local dairy farm. We'll check it out. These are now milking the cows.
After visiting the dairy, we headed to the legendary cafe Las Pinequitas with Pineco for some cappuccinos. Whilst there, we met this incredible woman who for the last 60 years has been making these hats to survive.
Hello there. What's your name?
We arrived at the cooperative. This is the cacao plant, and this is what the pod or fruit looks like. Here Carlos is going to show us how to harvest it.
¿Cómo lo cortas?
Carlos tells us that you must cut it with a specific tool. A very sharp pocket knife or pair of scissors will do. However, you cannot damage the stem of the fruit, since that's where other cacao pods will grow from. This is called the floral pillow, since that is where flowers that turn into cacao pods grow. Each of these stems lasts for about 3 to 4 harvests.
So here we are in the fermentation tanks for the cacao. There's a real smell of fermentation.
These bags contain all of the processed and dry cacao beans ready for export.
Where coffee tradition meets modern technology.
We call this a cascade box fermentation system. The cacao is put into these boxes where it will spend the next 5 days fermenting. Also, banana tree leaves are used to aid in the fermentation process. They help to maintain optimal temperature and contribute beneficial yeasts and microbial agents to the cacao.
Aquí tenemos el cacao fresco.
So here we are in the drying beds for the cacao.
The cacao is brought out under the sun to dry gradually. Generally, it's turned every 30 minutes. In order to produce a pound of beans for export, you must harvest 3 pounds of fresh cacao. The processing sheds a lot of weight. Next, we perform a cut test to examine the quality of the dried cacao beans. Then, we evaluate the cacao liquor according to Carlos's tasting protocols. We're considering the cacao's intensity, acidity, bitterness, astringency, and whether it has nut, green or raw flavors.
Un proceso de evaluación sensorial. Lo vamos a poner en la lengua y lo vamos a frotar contra el paladar.
Esto es para esto, para limpiarlo.
Cacao.
Cacao, acidez, amargor.
Thanks everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe down below.